All right. Welcome back. Episode 13 of What It Do podcast. What's the date today?
It's 420.
420. Oh, yeah, it's 420.
We just went over this.
I know. Happy 420. You're going to hear this on the 21st. You'll be good and rested up from the day if you partake in that. Got some shit to go over today. What do we got? Guys versus Google. Hate to see it as always. We have our brackets that we talked about last week. If you don't know what we're talking about, not going to explain it at all. Go watch the last one. Because bad news, together, hate to see it. We have our own, but last episode was 12. We only had 10 views. So we
on
went
YouTube.
But
that's also our highest thing of views.
So we went under.
Also, this is going to be the last episode together.
This is our last episode together for
a little while.
About, 3 months?
Yeah.
Give or take.
We'll see how it goes, but yeah.
Still going to do it, but we will not be.
It'll be over Skype call, but we'll still hopefully have the mic set up correctly and everything.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, my audio is a little bad for a week or two, but sorry, I'm talking to the mic a little bit more, Joe. Sorry. Just say it next time. Use your words.
Sure. All right, roll the music. Roll the shit.
Music.
All right. What do you want to start with the guys versus Google?
Sure.
All right. Why don't you go first?
All right, my
what is it? 4 to 1.5, going to 5 still?
yeah.
It's been
We skipped a few episodes.
we did skip, yeah.
But all right. So how many dum-dums, like the little lollipop,
Yep.
how many of those are made per day? Not currently with the quarantine bullshit, but on a normal
Like
day.
a normal dumb kind of day.
Normal production from when I got this trivia question.
How close do I have to get? You know the rules on these.
Within 5,000.
Ooh. Within 5,000. Per day, I'm going to say they make 320,000. Was
12 million.
okay, the 5,000 threw me off. What the fuck is that?
You've done worse.
That doesn't.
What
That doesn't.
You gotta get within a million.
Yeah, that would at least let me know it's over 1 million.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to make.
I'm not asking for a handout. I'm just saying.
We don't lay up,
Be
you know.
fair.
I don't know what your problem.
What is the hashtag symbol actually
You're
called?
fucking kidding me.
Do you
I
have
the
that
same
one?
question.
God damn it.
The Octothorpe or whatever.
So you can either accept that question and I automatically win.
And we both negate.
We will negate the question. All right. How long was the longest wedding veil? You know, the thing that's on the chick's head?
Yeah.
What was the longest veil in history in feet? You have to be within 500 feet.
Oh shit. In feet. Shoot. Where was it from? This isn't gonna sway the answer at all. I'm just
the
curious.
chick was in, what did it say? Castile or it was some it was not in the U.S.
Okay, I mean, yeah. But
I don't know.
so I have to be within 5,000. I'm gonna guess 17,000 feet.
23,000 feet long, or 63.5 football fields long.
And it's 23. Damn, I missed it by 1,000 technically.
No, 17 and 23.
Is 6,000.
I said 500.
You said 500?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of my question. Because I said 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
Yep. That was your bad.
Oh, well. Not like
So this is going to be my last one since we fucked up and got the same question again.
Sure. No, I have... Yeah, one left. The country of China
Ooh, China.
owns nearly half of the world's what?
Asians.
No.
Is
that your actual guess?
No, but that's a good guess.
There's a follow-up piece of information that I don't think it'll really change your... It'll change your answer.
What's
but
the information?
They can rent them / lease them out per day for about $1 million.
This really sounds like Asians. They can eat half of the world's total of this item, and they rent each one for $1 million. Is what you're saying?
They could.
Could.
Like when they do, the price is $1 million.
Is it? Is it like, those container ships?
No, that's an interesting
I don't
idea.
know. That's a tough one. Ventilators? Fuck, I don't know.
Pandas.
Okay, I mean, yeah, okay.
The answer is pandas.
Huh, I didn't know you could rent a panda.
Apparently you can't. I don't know. Maybe zoos, I think.
Do you rent? Like, you have to give that panda back?
I mean, a lot of times, like, exhibits and stuff, like, you, like, would rent an animal from, like, another zoo. That happens.
What, the Joe Exotic? Huh, okay.
I believe.
Now you know.
I mean, I'm not a zoologist or an expert here. I don't even know if it's the same fucking thing, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. This one you should get. This one's pretty easy.
Oh, hey.
I'm kind of a handout here. What NFL team has the only logo that contains a plant?
Oh, it's the Saints, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the Saints.
I think I've seen that question before, but I might have figured it out.
Yeah, okay. I need, so 2.5.
2.5 to 4. Don't say anything and come back.
It's been nothing short of a comeback.
Don't say anything. Hey, I'm the most recent person to score in the last 2 scores because you've been at 4 since fucking the first time.
I ain't scored in forever.
So, defense wins championships, baby. You pull the starter. You've got a hell of a bullpen behind them, and they're just gonna fucking dig it out for you.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Moving on. You want to get into the hate to see it?
Sure. So my hate to see it is you saw the Jaguars have a defensive lineman. What is it? Yannick. Couldn't tell you his fucking last name. He has, like, they told him last season, I believe, that, you're getting traded, but they still haven't done it. So he went off on Twitter today, like, going right at the co-owner, which is the owner's son is like a co-owner, went off telling him, like, yo, why the fuck have I not been traded? And he didn't respond. So he's like, yo, why are you hiding? And then the owner, like, was like, yeah, I'm not hiding. I'm been responding just got a lot going on. And he's like, just fucking trade me. And they're like, it's not that easy. Like, we need the right price or whatever for you. Like, we're not just going to get rid of you for nothing. And then the dude's, like, pissed off, like, cut the shit, like, just get it done. And then he's like, we thank you for everything you've done and all this, like, all the years here. And then he's like, it's just like being really nice. And he's like, I don't think you're making the stock much better today, though. And just basically clapped him in, like, the nicest way ever. And just made him look like a piece of shit. I can't say his last name. I know his first name's like Yannick, whatever you.
I think I know.
But no, I can send you the pictures and you can put them on, like, of the tweets. But
yeah.
Like, what are you fucking doing, dude? Like, you're not even a big name.
Well, you don't do that on Twitter. Like,
no,
that's what your agent's for. And
right.
Like, that's like a story that comes out on Twitter. You don't go at somebody on Twitter, especially from your organization.
Especially acting like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He's acting like a child. And then he just got clapped fucking up and down by the dude.
Yeah, and props to the owner.
It was very nice, but I would have been pissed. Like,
I mean, because that could raise one of those arguments of, like, say, like how you said, it's like, okay, well, there's not the right value there. That could bring in the whole fucking everyone that gets pissed off of, like, they're players, not slaves, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't treat them like money. But it's like, that's not the point. Like, but that is, like, a really good...
It's a business, though.
Yeah, it is. And, like, that's kind of, I think, a big disconnect from a lot of the NFL players to, like, the NBA. Like, yeah, like, I mean, we've seen a lot of the racial stuff come up in the NBA, too. But, like, they kind of get, like...
Donald Sterling.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, look at the superstars. Like, they're the ones basically being the GMs, like, making their teams teams. Like, business is how it's got to go. So, I mean... That guy just hasn't played enough franchise mode on Madden to understand that, like,
I don't think he has.
The trade bar is not high enough to get accepted. So,
and I've never heard of this man, so he's obviously not that good.
Yeah, and I mean, plus it doesn't help when, especially from the Jags, like they're clearly on a fire sale. Like, they're basically said, like, you can have anyone except Gardner Minshew, and, like, I'm surprised Leonard Fournette's still there. Like, they're kind of just trying to build up for these next couple of years of drafts just to restart. They're probably going to end up in London soon. I mean, yeah, it sucks because, like, from the player's perspective, like, you want to be Like if you're told you're being traded, like you want to get your stuff in order. Like the kids got school, hopefully, eventually.
Yeah.
You know, like you want to get that stuff taken care of, and you don't
Right.
want to just be sitting there like, am I going or am I not? Like that would suck. I understand that point, but there's a way to handle it, and this was not that.
Yeah. So you hate to
hate
see
to
it, but
fucking
I
see
love to see the owner just being nice, but also telling him basically "fuck you."
Yeah, props to him. That's
Yeah.
interesting. My hate to see it is our round of golf.
Oh yeah, we played a
yeah.
round of golf Saturday.
So Saturday, like we said many times, Arizona's not as crazy strict on the whole quarantine thing. Not saying that we're neglecting it or anything, but golf courses are still open. Joe and I saw it as an early tee time as a cheap, inexpensive way to get out of the house, get in nature, spend some time with a buddy, and they actually took some pretty good precautions. You know, they
Yeah, we had to ride separate golf carts.
we did start, and then you weren't allowed. They had the raised cups, so you weren't supposed to touch the flag.
Yeah.
So it was fine. It was cool, but my best hit of the day was my first hit. Great drive, center of the fairway,
Piped it right down the middle.
great shot, and right off the bat, Joe goes, "Dude, you're gonna win." I'm like, "No, I'm not," because this is the first time I've golfed in over a year, about a year on a course.
Yeah, I think on a course for me it was like 6 or 8 months.
And previously I hadn't swung a golf club in over a month, maybe 2. And so I'm like, yeah, this is going to be rough, but I'm going to enjoy myself. And Joe came close to... So my real hate to see it isn't just us golfing. Because my score, we're not going to talk about. I hope you don't remember it and just out me here.
I remember what we wrote on the scorecard, and your score was much worse than that.
It was bad.
But
My score was made up. Just put it that way.
like if
it's
his
fictional.
score was your heart rate, you might be dead.
Yes. But there's also a point where, I got frustrated. I'm not saying I'm a good golfer. That's out the window.
He's just not a
I'm
good.
not.
Neither of us really are.
But when it comes to getting frustrated and getting like overdoing and overreacting to a bad shot on one hole that creates many more shots happened many times. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Also, there was many balls lost on my part.
Oh man.
So I did a good deed, donated to the golf course, many balls. But anyway, Joe really wanted to shoot under 100. That's a basic golf goal when you go out. I mean, at least amateur-wise, it's a really common thing.
Yeah.
And you actually had a pretty good day. I thought you shot pretty well.
Granted,
I was looking for my ball most of the time, so you could have been bullshitting me the whole time. I don't think he was. It's more of a stab at me. But anyway, came down to it. We're on the 17th, and it was not your best hole. It was actually your worst.
It was because a couple holes before I said, because I had the back 9, I was playing great. Like,
Yeah, front 9 you shot a 51, so you just needed outs.
Yeah, I just needed to hit a 48, and then
Yeah.
I thought the back 9 up until then I was playing good. Like, I had a couple pars, a couple bogeys. Like I was playing good, and I told him, I'm like, there's a blow up hole coming. We get to the 17th, and it wasn't that long of a hole. It was a monster drive.
Yeah.
It just a little bit left. Had to take a drop, hit it in the sand, got stuck in the sand, and it just
Bad lip.
ended up with a fucking 8. And
So
then bogeyed the 18th.
Which led him to get, you guessed it, folks, 100 exactly. So fuck you.
Yeah, fuck it.
But you hate to see it.
Yeah, it was really pissed me off.
Yeah, he was pretty butthurt. I mean, I'm like, hey, at least you're, sitting just on the edge of the triple digits there, but it's okay. Go get him next time, But on the bright side for me, it's gonna be a lot harder, or it's gonna be very hard to do anything worse than what I did. I also wasn't expecting much better. I was expecting a little bit better, but I wasn't expecting much better. But that's how it goes. That's why golf is a difficult game.
So hard.
But that's my hate to see it. Moving on to the last segment we got here. Is probably take up the most of the time. It's gonna be our moments bracket. We actually decided to break it up. We went through and we're gonna do this decade, just so that way we don't get shit on for stuff we forgot, and kind of narrowed it down to stuff that's more meaningful to us that we may have experienced.
Yeah.
And then we did it in an NCAA March Madness style bracket. So you got your 4 quadrants, and or your 4 regions, and we did NFL, NBA, MLB, and then we did a miscellaneous. And you can kind of just pick from college, anything, any other sport there. Did 4 for each category, and then we agreed on the 4, and then we actually did our own bracket. So there's gonna be 2 things. We'll debate it out and see who wins where, and we'll go from there. So let me flip over.
And then we are
mine.
going to, just in the future, if you're not the biggest into sports, do ones for other things other than sports. We just thought it'd be easier to keep everything together in one.
Just in terms
then,
of comparison.
Yeah.
But I think down the road we will do sorry.
Who the fuck?
I'm sure you guys think this is some siren or something. I don't know. But we'll probably do like movies, stuff like that. Joe wants to do adult films specifically, so we'll see.
I don't know
Probably
a lot about
not. That's a lie. Probably not gonna do those, but if you guys want to see it, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
But getting into it, where do you want to start here?
let's start at the NFL. We do want to apologize. We couldn't throw the Dez catch in there.
We couldn't. That was
That's-
a comment on our last video.
It was like a big moment, but to us, these 4 were decade-wise bigger. So we'll give an honorable mention.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
maybe we'll get on to eventually do a, the best almost moments or something like that.
yeah, it'll find its
that
place.
definitely would be in there for that one. It'll find its place. We appreciate the comment. We like to see more of those.
But we're just gonna let you know now it could not make it.
Also, one
If
thing.
this was a bigger bracket,
Yeah, that's also the thing. When you only have 4 moments in the last decade, it's really you got to be kind of selective. Also, just wanted to point out that with my whole little tangent and rant on the Cubs last episode, I'm choosing to negate them from the MLB side. I think we both also agree that they would just, kind of wipe out that bracket
yeah, that would
to an
win.
extent. But so we're just gonna say that right up front. They're not included, not because it doesn't count, just because we just don't want to worry. It would be too easy.
Right.
Too much. They're too good, But starting off with the NFL. So do you want to do read the 4 we had and then go off how you filled out that bracket, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's read the 4 we had and then.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the 4 moments we picked were the Marshawn Lynch beast mode run against the Saints,
In the playoffs.
the
Divisional round.
Philly special, Nick Foles against the Patriots, Tebow's playoff game against the Steelers, that whole game and that ending, and then the Minneapolis Miracle, Stephon Diggs against
Saints.
the Saints again. Well, yeah,
Poor Saints.
poor fuckers.
So how'd you rank those?
So I put at my 1 seed Beast Mode's run against number 4 seed Philly special.
Okay, I have Beast Mode versus Tebow as 1 and 4.
Okay. And then I had Tebow as my 2 seed against Minneapolis Miracle as my 3 seed.
Really, I had Minneapolis Miracle as 2 and Philly Special as 3.
Okay.
So, I guess the best way to go about this is just like I had Beast Mode beating Tebow, and then I had Philly Special beating Mini Miracle, even though I had it as 3.
Okay.
And then I had Beast Mode going all the way to my final 4. What did you have? And then we'll go.
So I
debate from
had
there.
Beast Mode beating Philly Special.
Okay.
And I had Tebow beating the Minneapolis Miracle.
Okay.
And I actually, even though I ranked it 2, I had Tebow beating Beast Mode.
Okay. So you have Tebow as your final 4?
Yeah.
Got it. So I guess let's start with so I guess we both agree Minneapolis Miracle and Philly Special should not be in the
No, they're out for me.
final. So between those two, which would you say was better?
So
So I did rank Minneapolis Miracle as a 2, but I have Philly Special beating it.
right.
I think so. I mean, when you look at them side by side, I mean the circumstances were different.
You're just asking Beast Mode or Tebow, which one's better?
I'm gonna get to that, but I want to
Oh, okay.
talk about all of it
okay.
first. So when you look at them side by side, I think Minneapolis Miracle meant more because it closed out the game.
Yeah, no, it was crazy.
It was nuts. I mean, for those of you that don't know, I don't think we'll be able to put up the clip for copyright reasons, but it wasn't what was the quarterback? Case
Kirk?
Keenum? It wasn't
Was
Kirk.
it Case?
It was Case.
Okay.
So the Vikings were on a pretty, I would say, magical run. They looked pretty dominant. They overcame injuries and they just did a lot right that year. And they're playing at home against the Saints. Great game. And, they chalk up a miracle to try to get on the sideline, get a chunk of yards, and then get out of bounds. But the Saints defender, tried to jump the route, which in the moment makes sense because then you seal it. If you pick it or knock it down, you seal the game. Like, that's it. But him coming up, missing it, Stephon Diggs comes down with no defender behind him and has free reign to run, and he scores. In Minnesota, sends him to the next
0
round.
seconds left.
It was
Crowd
nuts.
Fucking ballistic.
Crazy. Like, you just watch it on repeat. You couldn't believe it happened. And then you've got the Philly special where you've got Philadelphia, a team that shouldn't have been there with their backup quarterback after their starter, Carson Wentz, had having an MVP year till he got hurt.
He was good.
And they're playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Apparently no one can take them down. They were the underdogs. Everything just wasn't... It was going right, but they shouldn't have been there kind of thing. That was the argument. And this was just, kind of, in essence, of the Big Dick Nick nickname. It just kind of,
Just worked out.
an imposing their will type of thing. Just, they were more prepared, they were more aggressive, and they just beat the shit out of the Patriots. And I think, for me, the reason I put the Philly special as a 3 but 1 was, it won the Super Bowl first off. Like, it wasn't the game-winning play, but it was a Super Bowl moment.
Won by 8.
And you can say that you could make the argument that was the difference. And then also you have just the sake of the whole situation of and how it compiled the season and that team, it went to Nick Foles. So
Yeah.
like that, first off, his representation of the situation, like I think that comes right there. But then also like the Eagles were not the most the word for it is, I'm losing it here. They weren't the most like typical team. Like they were, outside of the box, did their own thing, played it aggressively, and in this case it worked. And like that was the difference. Like obviously we've had we say it all the time that like the Patriots and Bill Belichick, like it's a system team. Like, yeah, Bill Belichick, like one of the greatest coaches of all time, like undisputed, whatever. But like that was the kryptonite that year, and it was just awesome to see as like a stop in the dynasty of the Patriots that's probably going to continue forever. But it was just awesome, so I think that's why that moves on for me.
Okay. I mean, beast mode, the run. I put Philly special at 4 because I'm like, it was cool, but it was. I think you're capturing that moment as a season or a game.
Yeah,
I'm just doing moment.
Okay.
Cool ass play.
Yeah, great.
Funny as hell, but I think the beast mode run is like.
That
He
one
broke
we both
8 or 9 tackles.
we
like
both had that as the one.
that's just Marshawn Lynch in a nutshell.
That game actually caused an earthquake.
Did it?
So there was we learned this last year. I forget what class it was, but I saw like this whole, we talked about it, and so the stadium, Seattle's known for being loud, right?
Right. Yeah.
But so they were all cheering, and as this was happening, it got more crazy as the play developed, and he just ran through literally the entire defense.
Yeah.
And then people start getting up and then jumping and all this. And when that much movement is happening, like in almost a synchronized fashion, it creates this insane vibration, and it actually registered on a tectonic scale, like miles away in Seattle.
Damn.
And they're like, hey, like what the fuck just happened? Because it was like unsuspected. Usually you can see stuff like that coming.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, like it was very small, and like it didn't actually like nothing like broke, but like it registered, and like just from his run, like that's insane.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Like not a lot of stuff in sports will do that, and that did.
Yeah, no, that's why I got the Philly special. It was cool. It was a great season. It was a great story. Think Beast Mode was better. And then Minneapolis Miracle, once again, cool, super awesome moment. Crazy, not expected at all.
Yeah.
But the whole Tebow thing from him coming, in my opinion, could be the greatest college quarterback of all time.
I thought you liked Johnny Manziel as the greatest quarterback of all time. Per our conversation.
No, I said Johnny
Stuff,
Manziel was a better quarterback in college than Lamar Jackson.
I think I think at some point you slipped in there that he was the best
Nope.
college career, but
He had.
I
It's
could
arguable,
be I could
But no,
be
Tebow,
misremembering.
arguable best college quarterback career there was.
Is there any bias here for you with Florida, him being from Florida?
But I mean,
or-
like, the dude should have won 2 Heismans. That's not a bias. Like, the dude
right?
won.
No, you're right.
Won, I believe, 2 national championships.
I'm not sure. Do you ever see the thing of who was on that Florida team at the same time as
It was a
him.
good team.
No, but it was like Aaron
A lot of
Hernandez,
killers. A lot of pieces of shit.
Percy Harvin. There was someone else.
They had a
and
dude
then
on the defense.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, they had
was
Cam
all in the
for the
like,
year. For the
yeah,
1 year.
but
though.
it was just funny like how fucked up that. Oh, and Dan Bilzerian was a student at Florida that year, same year.
Oh, Jesus.
It was fucked up.
God damn.
It was crazy.
But no, Tebow, and then comes out of college, dude, he can't play quarterback, right? Takes him on a magical season, magical run, wins, does what you ask, takes him to the playoffs where they underdog, just like Philly, shouldn't have beat the Steelers, gets him into overtime. First play of overtime, 80-yard touchdown, Demaryius Thomas, walk-off win in Denver. And fun fact, I didn't realize this till probably a couple years after, Sino Tebow, devout Christian. Very, he always has the John 3:16. So with that 80-yard touchdown, do you know how many yards he finished that game with?
There's no way he finished with 360.
316 yards.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
Going
that moment,
off of that, there is when the Cubs won the World Series, they did end up when they got their rings. There was, I think, they did something with like 108 diamonds or something, but they also got specifically 108 pieces of hardware to hand out. So they had 108 rings when they got the order in. Granted, you can do a little bit of that's not as crazy because like you can do a little bit different, like and like just order a couple extra rings for. They gave one up to fucking what's his name, dude that caught the ball way back when.
Adam something or
What? No, the fan.
yeah, I know. It's like I thought his name was Adam something or
Why can't I think of it? Oh my god, I should know this.
I don't know. I don't remember his
I
name.
need to know this. What is his name?
John? No.
You're saying the most common one.
No, his name isn't hard. It's fucking. God damn it.
I have to look it up. I can't
What's his name? It's I want to remember it.
Oh god, this isn't gonna work either. Oh hey.
What the hell is his name? Cubs fan.
Steve
Steve
Bartman.
Bartman.
Thank
Fuck you, Steve's
I
a
couldn't remember.
basic name.
No, I know, but I mean you weren't getting anywhere close.
All right.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, they gave one to him for. I
Yeah.
mean, poor guy, but
Fuck that dude.
just to relay it. But anyway, continue on Tebow.
Yeah, so that's why I have Tebow,
Well,
and then I have
something
Tebow
to
over Beast Mode just because. I mean, Tebow to me, like that season was just what I. And then he never really got a shot after. He went to the Jets, spent some time backing up Tom Brady, but like he never got a shot after. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So I think that for me, Tebow's, taking the fucking Tebow on the 50-yard line after beating like that. That was just cool to me. So I got Tebow winning that side.
Interesting. All right, so we'll come back to that because we have the conflict of the Beast Mode Tebow. I probably will give it to you because I have my NBA number one taking that
I
side.
mean, we can keep ours separate. We don't have
Yeah,
to.
so we'll get there. So going on to the NBA. So we had we have the Warriors when they went 73-9, set the NBA record. Insane. That is insane when
That's
you talk
good.
about it. We have Kobe dropped 60 in his last game, which we did talk about last week as well. LeBron wins in Cleveland. He brought a championship to Cleveland when he was there the
After
second
they were
time.
down 3-1.
Yeah. And then that was 2016. Almost had 2 championships in 2016, but fuck you, Cleveland. And then also Ray Allen's corner shot to save the game in 2013 for Game 6. Had the trophy wheeled on the court for the Spurs to accept in Miami. Miami fans had left. He hits the shot. Miami fans try to come back in. They won't let them back in. Win the game.
Chills.
And then they win Game 7. They win the championship.
Fucking chills.
Crazy.
So what do you got?
So Ray Allen's my number one, beating the Warriors, going 73-9. The only reason is because like obviously that's crazy, and like the Warriors,
Don't mean a thing without the ring.
yeah, but also like I'm actually a pretty big defender of the Warriors when it comes to their dynasty. Just for the sake, like I mean they did it right. They drafted Draymond, Clay, and Steph, like so their core three, like they did it right. And then signing KD, it's no different than anyone else signing somebody. Like, they had the money there. Like, why would you not? If anything, you're going to be mad at KD, which some people are, so it's whatever. So, like, I defended them for a while for, like, their dynasty. But when it comes to, this moments thing, the way I'm thinking of it is it wasn't so unexpected. Like we kind of expected them to do that, especially how they started the season. Like now they should break this record, especially with the team they have. So like to me, like it's crazy when you talk about it. Like a team went 73-9, like that winning percentage is fucking unreal.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, so I have Ray Allen beating them, and that was my 1-4. And then I actually have Kobe dropping 60 over LeBron in Cleveland as my 2. So I had LeBron winning in Cleveland as my 2. And I thought that was like, when I first wrote him down, I'm like, okay, this is, like, that was insane. Like, he's from there, hometown guy.
Yeah.
You know, the story is there, and, like, what he did that year was nuts. And then, but then I'm like, you know, with what's happened this year with Kobe, I'm like, I think that just wins over that just a little bit. So I have my 1 and 3 again moving on, but then I had Ray Allen going again, so he wins my bracket. Just because, like, I just remember watching that. I'm like, he's going to hit this because he's the best shooter in the game. Like, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then, like, it was slow. And it was kind of like the whole Kawhi in Philly hitting that one in the corner. Like, it's kind of the same thing. But, like, it was different because, like, Kawhi was the man, but, like, you don't know him as a shooter. Like, and he obviously had the team on his back. But, like, Ray Allen, like, that was the tail end of his career. But, like, he was there because he was there to hit a 3. And he stepped out just into the corner, just barely to get
Bosh got that offensive rebound.
And just the most wet shot.
Yeah, it was
ever.
clean.
It was in their home stadium. It saved the game. Like, they didn't even win the game.
Arguably, for me, saved LeBron's career.
You can make the argument.
Because that would have been another finals loss.
Right. And that didn't win the game, right? That tied it and then put it to overtime.
That tied it, got it to overtime where they won, and then eventually won the championship.
And then they won the next game in San Antonio, right?
Yeah. But they did, because Game 6 was in Miami.
Okay. So, I mean, it was
Ray Allen
crazy.
saved LeBron's career. I have no shame saying that.
I could see the argument, and I could support the argument, so I'm not going to, like, refute it. But
okay.
Do you have anything different? Or
yeah, so I had Cleveland down 3-1 as my 1 seed, beating Warriors 73-9. I had that as my 4, just because I'm like, it's impressive, but you didn't win it. And then like you said, it's not like if this was like a team that came into the season, I was like, that's a 40-win team, and they go 73-9.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit! But this team should have won 70.
And they were coming off a championship, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's like
awesome moment, but Cleveland down 3-1, coming back to beat it. LeBron in Cleveland. That's chills.
You get the Cleveland. This is for you. Like that was just
Kobe, and then I had Kobe dropping 60 as my 2, and Ray Allen hitting that 3 as my 3. I do have Ray Allen beating that because after I went back and thought, I was like, I remember watching that thinking, LeBron is so good, but his legacy's tarnished. Like, they just lost another one, and then he misses a 3. Chris Bosh grabs the rebound, kicks it. I don't know where the fuck Ray Allen came from because I swear to God he wasn't there 2 seconds ago. Steps back, just ice in the veins, drills that shit.
That was like one of those moments that like it did in real life. It happened for everyone watching in slow motion.
Yeah,
like everyone that was a part
like
of
that
that
3,
somehow.
that corner 3 took about 20 seconds.
Yeah, it just you couldn't believe it.
And then I had Ray Allen beating Cleveland down 3-1, just because.
So you had Ray Allen winning.
I had Ray Allen winning. Yeah.
So did I. Okay. I actually had him beating out the beast mode. So
I have Ray Allen beating out Tebow as well.
So we both have Ray Allen as our left side champion.
As a left side champ.
All right. Cool.
Move on to the right side.
Move on to the right. So we have MLB here in the top right of our bracket. So the categories we have is Jeter walks off his final game as a Yankee.
In Yankee Stadium, yep.
Or final game as a MLB player.
Mm-hmm.
We have Boston wins the championship in 2013. This was following the Boston Marathon tragedy. And so, I mean, that obviously crazy. And then we have D. Gordon hitting that home run for Jose Fernandez.
Yeah, that
we'll
one.
get into that one.
Talking about it.
Yeah.
It gives me fucking chills, I'm telling you.
And then you've got the Bautista bat flip in the playoffs in Toronto. Yeah.
So absolute hammer.
I mean, that.
Oh, God.
Well, let's talk about each one. So, Jeter walk-off. How's that for you?
I had it as my my 1, 4. Yeah, I had it as my 3. I have it losing first round.
Yeah.
I had Batista bat flip as my 2. So Jeter walk off. That's the only way I'd want him to end his career.
Do you have do you have the D Gordon as 1?
D Gordon as 1.
Okay.
Beating the Boston series in 13. Like, that's cool. That's great for Boston. That Big Poppy speech was cool. It was funny. It was fuck yeah. But that D Gordon, I mean, his best friend on the team, Jose Fernandez, dies in a bad boating accident, right in the offseason. And then
He was high on cocaine.
He was high on cocaine, but who hasn't been at the time in their life?
But I mean, yeah, no, that
But D Gordon, if you don't know anything about baseball, which I don't think a lot of people really give a shit about baseball, but like D Gordon is not the guy to hit a home run.
No.
He is
he'll
gonna
get
put it
one
on the
every once
ground,
in a while.
maybe put one right over the infielders, and he's really, really fast.
and he has a few, but like
Yeah, like any
this
baseball-
one, like he fucking mashed it. Like he was
and
a
like
no doubter.
it was obvious he was torn up about this. Everyone said they were best friends. He hits this fucking
He took the first pitch in the other batter's box.
Yep.
For Jose Fernandez.
Mashed it and then just rounding the bases just crying.
It was a
Yeah.
surreal moment.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So I have to say D Gordon beats them, and then but Jose Batista's bat flip. I mean, if you don't know the history, Jose Batista takes a dirty slide at Rougned Odor for the Rangers, gets pissed off, just fucking rocks Batista. Like they go to fight, he just beats the shit out of him.
That's a different moment, but
No, that's also why the bat flip's cool to me.
okay.
That's why.
Yeah, I got you.
So later in the season, it's a playoff game. Rangers, Blue Jays in Toronto. 7th inning. I think the Jays it's tied or they're down 1. I think they had 2 men on.
Something like that.
Yeah, they had 2 men on. Batista gets up, just fucking unloads on a fastball.
Hit the piss out of that ball.
And just stares it down and just fucking throws
the bat was gone. Like
Yeah.
it was
like
incredible.
You'd have to watch it to see what we're talking about if you're any sort of sports fan, but just from that history of them, and then
It was electric. Like it was nuts.
I've never seen a baseball stadium go crazier, I don't think.
Yeah, I
would rival it with the Cubs winning the series as just fucking pandemonium.
Yeah, but that was in Cleveland.
No, yeah. I think
But no, like I get what you're saying.
Holy shit.
It was crazy. It was playoff baseball at its peak, and it was awesome.
Yeah. And then I have Batista's bat flip beating D Gordon, unfortunately.
So I flipped our seed, so I had Batista as 1, Gordon as 2, Boston is 3, and Jeter is 4.
Okay.
And the only reason I did it that way was because I wanted Batista's bat flip as 1, just because I'm like, that was the biggest like thug dick move I've ever seen on a baseball diamond. And then I didn't want to compare right off the bat, like D Gordon and Boston both included like loss and like tragedy.
Yeah.
So I wanted like those to be like fairly against each other.
Okay.
Versus like just 2 like really good baseball moments kind of thing.
Okay.
And then, which didn't really matter because in the next round you have to fucking pick one.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. But then I had my 1 and then 2 winning. So D Gordon against the Bautista bat flip. Bautista advances for me. So
okay. I have that too. So far we have the same. I guess we had 1 different on the left side,
but it didn't matter.
So the miscellaneous. So this what do we have? We have the Iron Bowl kick 6. It's college football. Alabama Auburn takes the last second field goal back for a touchdown to win the game. We have Loyola Chicago. Their run in the tournament. What was it?
Into the Final Four.
Last year or 2 years ago?
2
years ago. It was recent.
It was the year that I believe it was the same year as the Virginia lost to UMBC. As a 1 seed versus a 16 seed. Yeah, because last year was the Texas Tech versus Virginia, and Virginia won. But the year before that was also when Arizona was a 2 seed and lost first round.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was all this because that was a really crazy bracket year.
And then we had the Tiger winning the 2019 Masters.
Yep.
And we had the U.S. women's soccer winning the World Cup.
Yep. I do think before we get into this one, we should probably give out like the notable or honorable mention. One of them that we did consider was the Odell Beckham Jr. catch.
Yep.
Like that was crazy.
Iconic.
Yeah, and I mean that really set his career off, established him as a bad motherfucker. But to an extent, like it also was like an afterthought of our.
Yeah, we wanted to mix it up here. Like, thought it was a good mixture.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would have included or no?
I don't know. I mean,
there's obviously a lot of things.
There was a lot. The McGregor Diaz fights were cool.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather had a couple good fights. Ended his career perfect.
Miggy won the Triple Crown. Like,
Yeah, that horse, American Pharoah, won the Triple Crown.
Different sports, by the way.
Yeah, horse racing, baseball.
Baseball.
There was a lot. There's
a lot of different things you could have had here, but this is what we went with. So anyway, I had Tiger as my 1, Loyola as my 4,
okay.
Iron Bowl as my 2, and then Women's World Cup as my 3. Reasoning being, like, Loyola as my 4, just because they didn't win it. It was crazy to watch, and it was
That
cool.
old bitch, I really thought was gonna die before the end of that tournament. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah. And so, I mean, like, that part was, like, it was really cool, especially, like, being in Chicago, like, the suburbs, at least, like, around then. Like, I do have, like, family members and some friends that, like, went there. So, like, it was cool. But, like, they weren't known for basketball. Like, who cares, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, so it is what it is. It was a cool story, and I enjoyed watching it because my bracket was fucked from the beginning. So
Yeah. And then
cool to
those
see
fucking
everyone else's.
assholes that had them going to, like, the I was like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You have to go there. Or, like, I did the players fill out brackets? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, you don't
But,
pick them.
I think like half of the ones that had them in the Final Four, I mean, like, statistically it would be close to this, but had them winning, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like,
Yeah.
who would have picked Loyola to go all the fucking
Even
way?
if I went there, I wouldn't pick them.
Right.
Like,
But and then at 3 I had the Women's World Cup just because, like, it was crazy and, like, awesome for the USA, for women's soccer, everything that way. Like, those
Yeah.
are some sensational athletes, and I don't want to get anyone looking at me the wrong way. I'm not that big of a fan of soccer. I know it's the world's biggest sport, but I'm not that into it. It just is hard for me to watch and, like, stay interested in. 2, they covered it way too fucking much at the time. Like, it was, I mean,
I enjoy watching World Cup soccer. I
World
don't
Cup
like
soccer-
watching any other soccer.
it is different. Like, I'll watch playoff hockey.
Because I was old enough to go to a bar.
Okay,
So
that's
going
fair.
to the bar, just having, like, because everyone, I don't know why, because I guarantee none of these fuckers give a shit about soccer, but you turn on something that just says America, and everybody instantly gives a fuck about what is going on.
Very true. But so, like, it was just, I think, like, ESPN, the media, whoever, like, took a really big advantage, which is, it's probably a good thing. Like, I don't want to sound like an asshole when I say this, but, like, they took every possible perspective of the women, like, going on a run, like, and blew the fuck out of proportion. Like, it was.
I do not endorse what Gregory is saying. I respect women.
I do too. I'm just saying this is why I'm trying to, like, preface why I have it as a 3.
I know
And
what
then
you're
losing.
saying, and I think you're better off just not saying it.
I guess it's just, don't hate me for not picking them. It's just, for me, it wasn't as big of a moment, and it's not because I'm an asshole. It's just because I watched the Iron Bowl because I wanted Alabama to fucking lose. They were undefeated. They're, again, the dynasty team,
Right.
and it's like that game.
And America
was
is
electric.
the dynasty team, kind of soccer, women's soccer.
All I'm saying is, like, I'd be a fake fan if I picked them for that, because I'm like, I didn't watch them up until then. I watched some of the games, and I'm like, you know, good for them. Happy for USA. I like those things. I like the pictures of them on Instagram. I think it's Alex Morgan. She's pregnant now, but she's fucking hot.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know, all I'm saying is, like, it would be false for me to affiliate myself as a big fan, thinking that that's a greater moment than what I actually felt it was during the moment.
Okay, and that's fine. No one's coming at you.
Yeah, we don't get enough viewers for that anyway. But had to be said.
But if we say something controversial and it gets out, oh well.
Bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. So from what I heard, you have Iron Bowl, you have Tiger, and then you have Tiger winning.
Correct.
Okay. So I have Iron Bowl at 1, Loyola Chicago at 4, Tiger at 2, women's soccer at 3. I'm on the same page as soccer. It was cool. I love watching it. Real patriotic. Fuck yeah, go USA. But I'd be lying if I told you I thought, for me personally, that was bigger than Tiger winning the Masters.
That was because that was
Was insane.
him coming back.
Yeah,
that
comeback
was
story.
it was nuts.
And then I have the Iron Bowl beating Loyola Chicago just because that's a moment I'll remember in history where I was when I saw this happen.
Yeah,
I have a friend who's an Auburn fan. So
that was like literally
fuck Alabama.
like, as, like, not as an Auburn fan, but, like, as a fan of sports that does not want Alabama to win.
And
every
the
game.
funniest part is how that kick really shouldn't have happened.
No.
Because Nick Saban argued for 1 second to be put on the clock and got it because he's fucking Nick Saban. It's Alabama. So what does he get?
Yeah.
We'll kick that fucker and then take it all the way back. And the announcer that announced that kick is now, unfortunately, died in a car accident with his wife.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
Why is that relevant right now?
I'm saying for the whole moment.
Oh, okay. Because he was part. Got it.
He was
Okay.
part of it. He was the Auburn radio guy.
Got it.
And it's,
Got it.
yeah. So
Um,
for me, that's why.
Yeah, I mean.
And then I had the Iron Bowl beating Tiger.
Really?
Yeah.
I had Tiger beating Iron Bowl, but like I mean, both are very close. I just think what it meant for Tiger. Controversial topic. You had 2 as Tiger, 3 versus women. What would you rather? Or like here's the
shit.
conspiracy thing here.
Oh shit.
Would you rather the success of a black man in America or women in America?
Well, either way, I'm fucked. I picked Tiger.
No,
Tiger hasn't treated women the best.
also sort of a conspiracy.
So I don't think the Iron Bowl's done anything wrong. That's why I have it winning. And then I have the Iron Bowl beating the Batista bat flip, so I have Ray Allen against Iron Bowl, where I am taking Ray Allen's 3 as my moment of the decade.
I ended with Ray Allen versus Tiger, and I had Tiger winning. Just because, like, I watched the Masters, and, like, that was the first time I watched the Masters, for like, ever. I'd followed golf a little bit the years past, but, like, I'm like, no, like, this is a cool year. I'm like, there's no way this, like, going into it, I'm like, there's no way this fucking happens. And then, like, Tiger just was shooting the rounds of his life, like, playing. Well, actually, he didn't start pretty slow.
Call any round for Tiger the round of his life.
I mean, yeah, but, like, that's a good point. But, like, for seeing, like, where he had been and, like, now, like, this.
Yeah,
like
the back was
comeback,
healthy.
Yeah, and it was just really crazy to watch. And then, like, the putt leading up to the putt that he knew he was going to win that hole as long as he didn't, like, quadruple bogey.
Yeah.
But
That's when I quadruple bogey, though.
oh yeah, me too.
That's when I shank one.
But I like the shot, like, because he made the really close putt, like, that sunk it, and, like, then everyone went crazy, and he was super emotional afterwards. But the putt before that, like, I thought he sank it. It was far. Like,
Yeah,
it was
a long
and, like,
one.
it wasn't an easy. It wasn't even straightforward. Like, it looked like he was gonna sink it. I'm like, holy shit, no way. And then he didn't. But the moment was still there. Like, it was still crazy. Like, he got to hug his son. Like, his kids were there. It was great. It was awesome. That's why I had it winning for me. I understand the Ray Allen thing.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, any 4 of these moments that I had I could switch them
Absolutely.
off, make an argument for them. But considering we made this bracket about 10 minutes ago, I'm saying Ray Allen won this shit.
Yeah, I can see it. I think I'm not gonna. I don't want to say like give you the win, but I could say Ray Allen's a good pick, and
I could agree Tiger's a good pick. I think a lot of people would pick Tiger.
I think
Real sports fans
the
would pick
official
Tiger.
What It Do podcast pick is Ray Allen.
You're sure?
Sure.
Okay.
Not that it matters for many people.
Nope. But when it does,
It was you
heard it here first.
You heard it here first. But all right, I think that wraps it up for this. Only other thing maybe to mention is just in a couple days you got the NFL draft starting. Should be pretty exciting. You yourself said you don't really give a fuck, but
I care.
I'm just kidding.
And I am going to. I'll have a couple drinks. I will turn it on. I will watch it. You're coming over, right?
Yes, I have Zoom
We will.
class at 5, and then I will be over right after that. I will not be having these drinks, but I will be enjoying my friend's company and hopefully not seeing Ryan Pace do anything stupid. If he trades into the first round, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm going to be anxious, and then it's probably going to be like for a fucking linebacker somehow, and I'll be confused, but I'll defend him anyway. I don't fucking know. But I'm excited. It'll be cool. NFL actually, there was a story today that they did a mock draft, and there was already glitches and problems with Cincinnati's first pick.
Yeah.
So
I've
who
heard
the
they've got him
fuck
worked out,
knows? You'd like to think.
I mean, son of a bitch.
We
We can figure this shit out. They can figure out how to get a goddamn Zoom call, right?
like, and then you had told me there was like an adult webcam website that said they offered to help the NFL as long as they just put their title on part of the screen, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
I would, yeah.
I think that's a great opportunity
No
that the
way they
NFL is
say
passing
yes.
up on, but
yeah.
that's why they do their thing and
We
do
offered
ours.
to help, but the production value.
Our
is-
email went straight to the trash, to the spam folder, so But we didn't even get like that automatic reply rejection. Like,
said, fuck you.
but yeah, we'll
Everybody say bye to Gregory. Next time you see us, it'll be a lot different.
yeah, this will be. I'll have to figure out how to edit this shit.
Might
but,
be a little bit of a
you're gonna have to bear
delay
with us.
for the next one to come out from our normal Tuesday. I can almost guarantee you're gonna have to wait, just because You'll have to get settled in, and we'll have to.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Have to figure out the whole Skype
If
thing.
you follow us on social medias, we'll keep you updated.
For sure. Go hit that follow. But yeah, everyone still stay safe. Hopefully we get out of this stuff soon enough and enjoy the draft. And we'll give you a recap. Probably some grades maybe next week. We'll see
Next episode.
how we're doing. Or yeah, next episode. We'll see where we're at. But everyone take care. Stay safe and catch you later.
Bye, lovers.